Hey baby, we are back with more Pillars of Eternity. This is the third installment of our journey. We have done quite a bit. From the last episode, we had our first dungeon crawl and haphazardly got whacked enough to where I decided to institute the TPK counter, which was actually wrong when I had put it up, because it ended up the actual number is 3. It's not 2. That is my bad, but it is fixed. The TPK counters will show up as they need to. We also found 2 more friends, so our party is now up to 5 members. Last we left off, we were in Magrin's Fork, where we have the Shrine of Magrin. We fought some wolves, but otherwise, generally we haven't really found very much. Right now, we're looking for the blacksmith's wagon. Maybe. Said it was in the Black Meadow, but I don't know if this is the Black Meadow. Maybe it's like a surname or something. We don't know. Here's a house. Oh. Whack it. Alright, looks like we got some stuff around here. We got Orland's cradle. We got some stuff there. Let's pull on this brick. Oh, I'll pick some money. Alright, let's head inside the house, see what's going on.
Sure.
Is this just an empty house? Oh, we got some veggies. Veggies and fruits. And we got a rope and a grappling hook and some camping supplies. Wonderful. Is that it? Unfortunately, that looks to be it. Who are you? What? There. That one. Get that one. Is this bandits? Gold-packed paladin. Who are you people? Alright, we can't hold anything back on this one. And they killed Longhorn. Again. What? Ludrana's grimoire. Orders. You found a grimoire. Contains spells that your wizards may not know. For a small cost, you can learn those spells. Nice. Well, first and foremost, we need to figure out who... Hi. Hi there. Hi there, goody man. Alright, first thing we need to do is we need to go to our inventory. We need to figure out who these people were. Let's go to our inventory and see what we got. Got a letter somewhere. Sheets note. Ludrana's orders. Here we go. Seems I have no choice but to provide you with instruction. Roderick's forces are spread thin, and the road through the wilds to the south of Gilded Vale lies unguarded. Given these favorable circumstances, I'm sure that even you can manage to handle a peasant or 2. The archers tell me that Kolsk's men made south after their escape. If you should happen to retrieve one of their number, I may be convinced to forgive your previous mistakes. For the last time, you are to keep clear of Defiance Bay. Know that if you cannot be trusted to acquire a useful specimen, with even a modicum of discretion, I have no qualms whatsoever about using what materials I have at my disposal instead. So he wasn't after us? I believe we have conquered this challenge. Yep, and there's Magrin's Fork. Alright. We have some campfire supplies, so we can definitely sally forth. All right, here we are. The Smith's shipment. All right, first we're gonna camp.
Yeah.
Sally forth. What? Who's this? Blazes, Willem. You useless bastard. Get her. We'll add her gear to the pile. Yeah, you think you will.
Eh?
Alright, let's loot all their stuff. Have a shipment crate. Alright, we found it. We found the Smith's shipment. Also found some money. Alright, let's dig into this barrel as well. Ooh. We have oil. We have potion of fleet feet. We have ale. Which, in my Deadfire opinion, Neve would argue, is not quite as good as beer. Let's waste no more time. We have a shipment to deliver. We will head to Gilded Vale. It will take us 8 hours to get to Gilded Vale from here. But I believe that is a challenge worth accepting.
Good day to you.
Hand over the crate. I found that shipment you were waiting on. Tautanu reaches out to take the crate, raising it effortlessly onto the counter. His face splits in a broad smile. Why, so you have! This is excellent news! We can finally get back to work and show you real Black Hammer quality. None of these flimsy little swords. Oh, we gained a lot of experience. Here, I'll give you a taste. He ducks behind the counter and rises with a heavy wooden shield. Might not have had much in the way of materials to work with, but it's still Black Hammer craftsmanship. You go on and take that. You have gained an item. Larder door. And here, some coin for your troubles too. Did you find anyone with the wagon? Bandits overtook the wagon. Poor fogles. Always told them they ought to hire some guards instead of palming the extra coin. I'll have to hire some more hands. Don't suppose you want to settle in Gilded Vale. Try some delivery work. You have my thanks for your assistance, friend. Give me some time to work the forge, and you'll have your pick of the next run of weapons. Yay! We did a thing.
Yeah.
Shall we try the temple one more time?
Firing!
Remind me never to help kill my god again.
Light rises from the bones as you approach. You have a moment to register the faintest image of a standing figure, features a blur of mist or smoke, before the world tilts. It's as if you have stepped sideways and into a new life. You are racing down a flight of stairs, following a weaving circle of torchlight. Your own panting breaths are loud in your ears. Panic and your robes alike foul your steps. You nearly stumble before a hand reaches out to grip your arm and steady you. A fellow acolyte who smiles encouragement as you reach the bottom. You run around and pass the shallow reflection pool that marks the lowest point of the temple, following the dark shapes of the older priests as they lead the way towards the narrow hall that leads to the vault. You pass one of the torchbearers as you go. The harsh illumination of the flames reveals a familiar face. For a moment your awareness spans time and identity, and you think Werten has joined you, here at the bottom of the temple. In the memory, he glances at you for a moment, then looks past at someone else. I'll come back once they're gone, he's saying. You're being pressed along by the crowd and his words are growing faint. Just keep quiet. Can't take any chances. Inside the vault, golden relics gleam like welcoming stars. The memory twists, jarring you loose from one memory and plunging you into another like a flung doll. There is only darkness around you now. You think yourself blinded until the knowledge settles onto you like a cloak. The candles have all burned away. You know now, too, with a sick certainty, that nobody is coming. There is a cracking noise somewhere to your left, a wet, slurping gurgle and a ragged sob. You cannot see, and so you cannot know which brother or sister has fallen, and which digs after what water a body may provide. You hear, in the faint murmuring of your right, the familiar cadence of prayer, but you no longer recognize the words. You are too tired to do harm. The thirst is like fire within you. Your tongue is thick in your throat, and every breath is a struggle that leaches strength from you. There is a light, they said, at the end of every bout of darkness, but this one does not end. The spirit releases you, and you come back to yourself, in pieces. Your vision clears, and the vault around you is revealed once more, cast in muted hues by the sickly illumination of the soul, still drifting like fading fog. Fear wafts off the spirit waves, fraying at your emotions. I mean, this is sad. This is so sad. This is like stuff I would see in Dragon Age. Sort of like that dark fantasy type stuff. I didn't think Pillars of Eternity was a dark fantasy. Well, I mean, what can we say? What can Neve say? We'll say the only thing that an ex-pirate could say. I'm sorry. I hope you find some peace in the next life. The spirit seems to withdraw into itself. You sense less of its fear and confusion as it recedes, but the soul lingers still. No matter how many times I see you staring off at nothing, it doesn't get less weird. Let's gather the remains. Let's give these guys proper burial. Spend a few moments gathering up what you can find of the bones of the priests. It proves a heavy and gruesome burden, but you manage to recover them all. Cool! Alright, let's talk to our dude
Welcome.
here. Something you're nervous about? No, of course not. Just never good to linger around these places, that's all. Did you find anything? You lied to me. What? He grins uncertainly. I was clear about everything. The risk involved, is that what you mean? I did say there'd be spiders. And I'll pay you, of course, for the trouble. Very nervous for an honest man. Something weighing on your conscience, maybe? Wordton opens his mouth to protest, but something in your expression stops him. He swallows nervously and looks away. His voice, when he speaks, is small. How did you? How could you betray them? They trusted you. Wharton makes a strange, wounded noise. Betrayed? I was never one of them. Mad followers of the Shattered God. If I could have chased them all out of town, If. You don't understand. I tried to help them. I did. Every day. Every single day I went to that temple, and I warned them. I told them that they were playing with fire, and Roderick wouldn't be patient forever. And every time they'd shrug it off, like I didn't know what I was talking about. Like it wasn't costing me coming in to try to help them. I could have been arrested, right alongside them. What happened? Roderick sent word he was going to have them arrested, drag them out, lock them up. They wouldn't listen. The Rectrix said they'd be reborn if anything should happen, and she wasn't afraid. I convinced them to hide, at least. They have that vault full of old relics, gold and such. I thought they could hide in there, and once the guards left, they'd have something to sell for passage out of the Direwood, back to Ader. But when I told the men that the priest had already gone, they ordered the temple sealed. I couldn't get in again. There was nothing I could do. Nothing you could do but tell someone, get the town together, organize a rescue. I'd have dug them out with my own hands if I had known. They were some of the last decent folk left in this hole. Now all we got is people like you. You could have spoken up, told Roderick the truth. I could have. It would have ruined me, maybe killed me, but I could have saved them. I didn't. I told you the way of it. I told you what happened. Guess it's your turn now to make a decision. I mean, I'm a watcher. Like, this is supposed to be like my jam, but like, we're... Should I kill him? Should I kill him? Not today.
Finish him!
And then you're gonna stab him. Wha-bam. Good job, guys. Woof. We got 200. We got 200 monies. The old watcher. What? Just off the side of the path into Said Nua stands an imposing figure. A tall, thick-set Aumauna, or Aumaua, clad in worn armor and peering up at the outer walls of the keep. In his hand is a small piece of charcoal, and it works feverishly, taking notes upon a small scrap of paper. More than once, as he had to reach up to prevent his colorful cap from falling off his head as he gazes upwards. What are you doing over there? The man looks over at you, blinking in surprise. His face splits in a wide and very toothy grin, and he waves the parchment in greeting. Killing time, if I'm honest. I've already walked the perimeter twice. These are names scratched upon some of the bricks just there. Workers and masons, I expect. Carving a little immortality for themselves. He looks up at the wall again, expression fond. It's a fine keep, Said Nua. 2 centuries to its name, and abandoned for nearly as long.
But the truly interesting part is in there. And I haven't had much luck in reaching the keep itself. I hoped to find the master of this place, a man by the name of Meerwald. But it seems that he either holds his privacy most dear, or else has been devoured by his house guests.
I came here looking for Meerwald as well.
Oh, truly? Then perhaps we can help one another. The grounds are infested with all manner of beasts. I've never seen the like. I didn't want to risk it alone. But you seem capable. Together, I'm sure we could manage it. And then we can both ask our questions of Meerwald. I seek a great treasure, you see. Not gold or silver, but the Tanvi Oratoa. You might call it the Book of Virtues. It's a sacred text of the Rauatai, but we possess only a fragment of it. A year I've journeyed in search of the rest. And I uncovered evidence that leads me to believe the original lies just there, beneath the keep.
Why would it be here in the Direwood? Precisely. That's the very question. It is a long and twisting tale, my friend, as all good chance should be. I can tell you more if you wish it, in time. Let's go meet Meerwald, then.
Excellent. Lead on, my friend, and I will be at your heels. Ah, wait. Speaking of that, I ought to warn you first. Wondrous teeth, I nearly forgot. I have at times been followed. It began in Adir, and in Exometal they attacked outright. I believe they do not wish for me to find what I am looking for. I say believe, but I have been told as much by one of my would-be assassins. I paid them little mind. Humorless sorts in long robes. But it's why I bought the sword, you see. And it's only fair that you should know.
What are a few assassins between friends?
I'm glad you're not discouraged. Come then. Who knows what we will find inside?
We found another friend.
Following your lead.
Interesting. He is a Chanta. So he is a bard.
Eh?
Oh. Welcome, friend.
Got it. Sure.
As you come to the end of the great hall, you perceive an inviting warmth radiating from a grand throne wrought out of marble, its masterful artistry out of place amidst the castle's more practical stonework. The veiled face of a woman is carved above the throne's backing, watching over the room with hollow eyes. As you approach, you feel the warmth fluctuate as if stirring. A voice rings out from the carving, permeating the fortress through stone and air.
Another watcher in Cadnua, glowing very brightly indeed to these eyes. What strange happenstance.
You know what I am?
One could hardly mistake it. You're burning like a candle. Of course, I also know what to look for. In any case, I assume you're here looking for Mayorwald?
Any idea where I can find Mayorwald?
I can feel his presence faintly somewhere deeper inside the keep. But he uses his gifts to confound me, and my senses are dulled while he does so. I only wish I could know his mind.
Are you imprisoned in that throne?
Imprisoned? At times it feels that way, I suppose. But it's more that I reside here. The throne was brought up from the ruins, one of the first things they found. As a last favor to a dying woman, the Earl arranged for me to be moved into it. Audra is an accommodating vessel for a soul. Oh, it's not as confining as it seems. I can feel the whole keep from here, and all things that are tied to it. There's something about this throne and its construction. Or maybe it's something about this place.
Tell me more about Mayorwald.
He was a great man. He came here one day, young with long hair and polished armor, and he banished the dark things that had come to lurk in this place after centuries of neglect. He could see the beauty of this place, the way it had been, so he claimed it for his own when no one else would take it. We worked together to restore it. But he began to grow distant some time ago. He never told me why. He retreated deeper and deeper into the keep, never leaving, sending servants for food, hiding himself from my sight. The restoration stopped. Now, to look at the place, you'd never know the progress we'd made. In most places, it's worse than it ever was. And all I can do is watch it crumble around me. Take care in your search. Many dangers lie in wait here.
This direction.
Been out playing soldier again, have we? Go wash up and come help me shuck these peas. Soldiers are important people. They defend the weak and punish the wicked. You're too young to understand now, but there are lots of wicked people. People like the man who murdered your father.
Remind me what happened to My father.
Before you were born, the Glanfathans attacked settlers like us. They said we'd knocked over some of their special Adra rocks. That's why they call it the Broken Stone War. They got very angry, and so they came into our villages and killed many people. Your father was one of them.
I see.
That's why you'll be a soldier one day. To protect and to avenge. Why don't you go back out and play? I'll finish up here.
There's been a change of plans. Take your squad and march south all the way to the bow in the river. Bring a wagon team and a dozen barrels of pitch.
Tell me about the orders.
The instructions come from Admet Hadred himself, which means they might as well have come from the Duke. We're to burn those hut dwellers out. Set fire to the deerwood so they've nowhere to retreat. Cut them down when they come out. Or let them blaze if they won't. It'll make this even shorter than the Broken Stone War, all right. And we can only hope it'll discourage future conflicts. I know this is personal for you. It is for many of us. But understand, we're doing this to end this war, not to continue the last one. Remember that we're flushing out the enemy, not burning villages for sport. Bareth will have his work cut out for him tonight.
Well, we now know why the Black Forest is that as it is, because it looks like these guys burninated it.
No. Keep away from us. Leave us!
A large liver-spotted man, barrel-chested Pauchy, cowers in the far corner of the room. His white hair, a tangled, stringy mess, covers his face and chest with trembling hands, unable to look in your direction.
Maybe we should come back later?
Are you Mayorwald? He looks up over his hand, the muscles around his eyes twitching, and begins whispering to himself in sharp hisses, as though having an argument. All at once he stops shaking, a sudden calmness falling over him. His head tilts forward slightly, and he looks you dead in the eye like a cornered animal about to pounce. His voice turns suddenly raspy.
Mayor Wald isn't here, and he isn't fooled. He has sent for no callers. Be gone, deceiving spirit!
I am no spirit. Do I look like any spirit you have seen?
Mayor Wald will speak with you, but you will maintain your distance, or you'll have me to answer to.
Okay.
Come to speak to Mayor Wald? Mayor Wald whose touch is poison? Mayor Wald who knows not his effect?
I am told I am a watcher, and that you could tell me more about it. And about a tablet of some worth after that, once you two are finished, of course.
The window. Window to the ether, where spirits dwell. Hear and reach into it. Speak and listen through it. A watcher sees souls, reads them, knows their pasts, souls of the living, souls of the dead, in empath, and the souls see them back. Used it to help beings in both realms, did I. What the gods wanted of me, thought I. The gods put me in the world for vengeance, and I obliged. It was the gods' wishes that we protect those lands. My way was the only way to remove the foreigners.
Oh my.
Little I knew.
I was accosted by spirits on my way here. What do they want?
No! Forgive me! Forgive me!
Covers his mouth with his hand, his breath convulsing, his eyes red and exhausted. You seem to have lost your mind.
Lost? No. Found more of it. Too much. Too much to bear. An awakening.
How could a simple awakening have driven you to this? What's an awakening?
Many lifetimes we have. Souls enter womb and exit corpse. Carry with them all experiences, all knowledge, all identities. Yet we do not remember. Hidden from us. What end? What end? Only the gods know. Certain things can stir memories from lives long buried. Awaken the old memories, the old personalities. Memory, personality, identity, any might resurface. Or all.
And I seem to be having a conversation with several of them right now.
Ghosts of the mind. Meowald has lost control. Meowald's body no more.
Spirits die past. What are they?
Spirits, and not spirits. Always whispering to Meowald, reminding him of his mistakes. No sleep. Watchers see memories before them, form them from the essence of their own souls. Once Meowald awakened, he could not make them leave. Gave them more form, not less.
The spirits are memories from previous lives?
Troubled memories, angry memories, pulling Meowald back, reminding him his mistakes. Marauder and soldier, soldier and marauder, how could they know?
How do you tell a spirit from memory?
Fragmented are memories, stuck in time, mindless, cruel, never far.
Why do these past lives still trouble you?
My fault. All my fault. Soldier and marauder, soldier and marauder and Meowald. No forgiveness for what's past. No undoing what's done. No sleep. No sleep for the Watcher. War there was all around. War of stone, war of tree.
It's talking about two different wars fought back to back. Long time ago. The Broken Stone War and the War of Black Trees. The usual conflicts between locals and settlers getting out of hand, both of them. Some folks are still mad about what one side or the other.
Death we brought to the settler men. We, the 9 claws. Claws of 9. Worse what we did to the women. For love of the gods. The gods' love. For their love.
Yeah, okay. I don't really want to take advice from this dude anymore. I met one of your memory spirits. There was talk of raiding a village.
Hold her down. Head her. Give this Addy a bitch an air that belongs in Air Glodfath.
His soul is marked by flame, and those marks will never heal. His trial has broken him, but better that than to live in weakness. Oh man, do I level judgment on this guy? Like, I don't even know if the part of him that's the super bad that I don't want to listen to is a past life or not. And can we condemn him for something that he did in a past life? I don't know. I don't know. can we condemn him for something that he did in a past life? I don't know. I do not know. Go on.
The boy. The baby boy. The boy.
The raid.
Conceived in the raid. Conceived by force. Vessel for Marauder. Slain in the raid. Marauder and the boy. Marauder and soldier.
A baby conceived by the raider? What do you mean it was a vessel for him?
For the soul. Marauder's soul. Same soul. One soul. Boy's soul. Marauder's soul. Raised in lies and vengeance. Raised to soldier. Raised for the fire. Born for the fire.
Then that was his mother I met in the keep. She told him his father was killed by the raiders.
You'll get no pity from me. The crimes of the Nine Claws clan in the last war are still unavenged. But the gods are just. They have led me here. In my father's name, every one of you will burn. Light it.
Okay, so his past life is the sun. Burning his own. And why not? If they had been wicked and earned their punishment. He is weak of mind and soul. To see him cower before the flame, that should give you the measure of him. Oblivious to your presence.
Soldier and marauder. Lies and vengeance. And dead villages. All dead. All dead. What for? What for?
I see no reason. Just bad luck.
How little we know.
I've seen apparitions like those elsewhere since I became a warden. You too? Poor woman.
They will take you too.
What exactly does he mean? Surely something can be done. You're saying I'll end up like you.
So fragile, the Watcher's mind. So real, his memories. Once awakened, how can he sleep?
If I'm awakened to a past life, how would that have
You
happened?
were reminded of it. Strong memories, lingering lives. They dwell near the surface, waiting to be remembered, waiting to take your mind for their own. Meyerwald sat at his hearth and watched his fire, watched the wood burn. Then came the memory of another fire and burning wood and screams.
There must be some way to make these memories go away.
No. Always there. Always remembered. Can't forget. Can't unsee.
I didn't just remember. Someone caused this. They wore masks and spoke of books and keys and a queen. There was a man there. He seemed familiar to me.
Keys of lead. Books of burden. Queens that were. Known to me are they. The leaden key.
The leaden key. Seems we share an enemy. Assassins and watcher wakers both. They certainly keep busy. Who is the queen they pray to?
Woodica. Goddess. Crown shattered and body burned. Binder of oaths and grudge holder. Bearer of justice. But whose?
What can you tell me about this leaden key?
Secrets. Secrets and deceptions and schemes. Who knows their answers? Not they. Not they. Crossed them before. Hatred of watchers, hatred and fear. Much we see. Threat to secrets.
If the leaden key caused my awakening, could they undo it?
Many secrets do they keep. Unawakened? Mayhap. Who else if not they?
Do you know where I might find the leaden key?
City of Defiance. Never far from the Queen.
I need to go so I can search for this man from the leaden key.
Sleep well. Sleep well.
Hold! I know your will die. Your actions were seen. You would sooner betray us to the Adir land thieves than take orders from me.
Take it easy. I'm not going to betray anyone.
Your betrayal is for nothing. Your warnings are lost on these foreigners, and their blood will be Gallowayne's tribute this night. I have asked the elders for the honor of claiming your head as my first trophy.
Oh no.
And they have granted it.
No.
Beg for the Seeker God to grant you a quick death.
No. This dude, he seems way too powerful for me.
Great.
Okay. Let's do it. Alright. Let's go invisible. For you. For you, let's go for a magic missile. Straight at Merwald's face. You attack that. You strike ahead. Tell you what, you go that way. And then you're gonna bulwark all of us.
All right then.
Yeah.
Woof.
Let's go.
Alright, I need you to heal endurance.
Cannot wait. Let's discuss it.
There is a change in the air of the keep. What was thick and suffocating feels to you somehow more breathable, as though yielding to a conquering invader. Merwald's body lies inert. You can feel his soul lingering there uncertain. There is something unique about this soul and the place. A bond formed in decades of inhabitants and lordship that feels somehow palpable to you, as though even in death the keep knows its former master, and the former master remembers his keep. Speaker to the restless. In your mind's eye, the bond seems to you as a frayed rope, ghostly and alive, its frayed ends writhing like tide pool anemones, and you find that if you concentrate on it, you have the ability to manipulate its strands. I really don't want Merwald sticking around. That dude's nuts. Yeah, we're totally not keeping him here. But we could siphon knowledge. I think we're gonna sever it. I don't know. Anything that makes me think that Merwald is gonna be sticking around is just bad news. Strand by strand, the connections fly apart like the overstressed strings of some ethereal instrument. With the tearing of the final string, The rope becomes liquid and dissolves from your awareness. Merwald's soul hovers over you, a vortex of strife and discord, but there is something else there beneath it, something like relief. His soul passes through one of the walls and is gone.
Eh?
He's dead! Okay. Do we have anything else
This
now?
won't stop me for long. There!
We have-
Done!
Oh, looks like we have lots of goodies.
Why not?
I mean, we haven't even dug through the rest of this
There!
place yet.
Done!
I felt Merwald's passing. You slew him.
He gave me no choice.
It saddens me to hear it. But part of me is grateful to no longer have to wait and worry in darkness. This place has always known its master, long as it's had one. It has a will all its own, which has little to do with the castle and much to do with the land it's built on. It looks to you as Merwald's successor now, whether you care for it or not. A dubious honor, inheriting a fortress both broken and cursed. But in the right hands, it could be so much more. If you had only seen it in its day. Will you stay?
We get a stronghold, but Merwald said that I must go to the City of Defiance in search of the Queen. I see. If it's Defiance Bay you seek, I'm sorry to tell you that you've come a long way for nothing. The Eastern Barbican collapsed decades ago, and Merwald never got around to rebuilding it. The road here is a dead end. He got as far as gathering materials before his mind became preoccupied. I could make arrangements to have it repaired, if it is your will. When it ceased to be the previous master's will, I became powerless to do anything about it, for what I am but the master's instrument. It would take time, but far less than finding another route to Defiance Bay. What did you mean when you said that this keep was cursed? Merwald's curse was his own, a watcher's curse, but his predecessors have not fared better. There is a presence within the keep, or rather, far beneath it. At least, such has been the conclusion drawn by all who have come to this place, for what spirits still linger in the endless paths oft speak of a master below. Every effort to settle here has failed, from the time of our adhering colonists outward. Beasts rise from the endless paths until the new lord or lady is no more. The one who dwells below this master does not tolerate rivals, it seems. I have seen, from time to time, intrepid explorers descend to lay claim to what answers they can, but none return. This is the force that has kept Said Nua a barren ruin, and robbed me of my hopes. The endless paths! That, my friend, is where I must go, where we must go, if you will go with me. Whatever devils lie beneath, think too what knowledge we will find, and perhaps this master speaks Zidiran. What are the endless paths? The endless paths of Odd Nua. That is the name given to the labyrinth beneath the keep. The Earl, we were warned by the Glanfathans that this site was cursed, and there is a legend attached to it, though at the time we thought nothing of it. The ruins were built, it is said, by a powerful Ingwithan named Odd Nua, who ruled there until his people turned against him. They destroyed his endless paths and filled many of the upper tunnels in with soil and stone. No one living knows how far down the tunnels stretch, and few who have ventured there have returned. There is much talk of riches and treasures. The promise of Igwithan relics alone has drawn many fortune-seekers to their deaths, I fear. Who is this master below? Could not say with any certainty. I believe it must be tied to the man said to have been the architect of the Endless Paths, the Ingwithan tyrant Odua. Some claim his spirit endures, or at least has laid a curse upon the site. I cannot imagine much remains of his work, for the ruins have been here 1,000 years or more, but what is left is impressive. The Earl certainly thought so. You may have seen, while below, the hand of the great statue Odnua constructed. Perhaps it is a statue of Odnua himself. But am I not the master of Saidnua? Of course you are. The keep would have no other, but the endless paths are a different thing entirely. It is unfortunate, really, that they are so closely intertwined. If the master below is not dealt with, there will always be a threat to the keep from within. I know it is much to take in, but if you would remain, if you would master this place, then I can only advise you to seek out this foe before it destroys you. I have other questions. Yes? How can I help? How do I repair the barbican? Merwald set aside materials for the barbican, and they are still available to you. In the future, if you wish to make further repairs to the keep, you will need coin for supplies and labor. What does being the master entail? Why, there are many responsibilities involved in maintaining a keep. The extent to which you wish to get involved is entirely up to you, of course. Part of the reason I am here is to ensure that things run smoothly in your absence, provided we have been given instruction. If you instruct me on which repairs you wish to conduct next, I will make the necessary arrangements. These may take some time to finish, but each will provide you with additional resources once they are complete. Given somewhere to place them, we can hire tradesmen to provide you with supplies and ingredients. Repairing the keep will raise your prestige and draw both helpful individuals and unwanted attention from bandits and opportunists. If we can raise the keep's security in turn, these will become less of a concern. I am certain you are more than up to the task. Was there anything else, my lady? It is time to find this queen in the City of Defiance. You must know, this queen you're looking for, Defiance Bay has no queen. The Mechwins of Ader haven't reigned here since the war. The only queen with any power there is Wodika. I am told they erected an exquisite temple in her honor there, but I was never able to see it. If you mean to go there, you can get started right away on repairing the barbican. You need only tell me what you wish to do, and I'll make the necessary arrangements. Merwald kept a ledger as it happens, and I have taken the liberty of updating it. You could take a look if you wish. Not right now. As you like. Another time. Saidnua will remain yours. It could be great again, should you wish it. Should we rebuild, you'll swiftly find that people will be drawn to your service. I, of course, am your faithful servant, and so long as you are master here, we shall always be linked. You need not return here to speak to me. Wherever your travels may take you, you can make your will known to me, if you but reach out. We have a house! Alright, I think that's going to be it for today. We have secured our stronghold. So, I believe that is going to be more than enough. We've done a lot of adventuring to get here. We cleared out the temple in... Oh, wow. I completely blanked on the first town that we that we went to. Oh man, I feel so naughty. I shouldn't. Gilded Vale. That was it. So bad. We cleared out the temple in Gilded Vale, and that was messed up. that was a messed up tale. But we paid him back though. We killed him. We killed him for his treachery. Well, not so much treachery, but leaving him behind. And then, of course, we went to the Black Forest. We continued our explorations there. And now, we have a house. So, we're going to have to take some time to get acquainted to our house to figure out all the bells and whistles that we can add to it. But that, I think, that might be a side episode of just for like the sole purpose of just dorking around the stronghold to kind of see what we can do with it. So that way we don't deviate from the story too much, because man, we got away really, really fast. Looks like we also have some conversation pointers to have with some of our characters, but we'll have to talk to them at another time. So let's go ahead and save. We don't want to lose all of this, for sure. Alright. And we are going to call it here for the day. So I hope you've enjoyed the run so far. I am pleasantly surprised. This is far farther than I've ever gotten. I've never left Gilded Vale before now, so I'm really digging the story so far. Didn't expect it to be so dark, but it's definitely not as dark as Dragon Age, at least for now. But until then, we are going to end it here, and I will see you next time. Mwah. Love you, baby.